Good day, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the opportunity to present our studies. Uh, I am Natalia Widyasari from Atmajaya Catholic University Communication Department, and I conduct these studies with my partner, Mr. Alphonse Christian Harjana from the Sugia Pranata Catholic University. And our studies is about the myth in corporate social responsibility, narrative coverage by an oil company. The case is video of CSR of Petronas Oil Company in Indonesia. So for the introduction, the life in the modern world is mainly supported by natural resources in all of its forms, such as gasoline, iron, and electricity. And on the other hand, the exploration and exploitation of those natural resources creates problems, starting from the environmental problems, land seizures, profit sharing agreement. So the environmental degradation is easily observed. The environmental degradation makes communities who are identified as farmers and other agriculture-related roles gradually lost agriculture or natural-related roles gradually lost their identity, and the communities are detached from their previous livelihoods. And the damage caused by the mining activities has been a long concern. To address the problem, the Indonesian government issued government regulation that, among others, is regulation about corporate social responsibility starting on 2001 about oil and gas, and then the latest is ministerial regulation number 5 2007 about partnership and community development program, which is later refined by the number 8 in 2013. And the purpose of this study is how does the narrative in the video of an oil company cover the myth of the CSR? When implementation guidance of CSR is explained to overcome difficulties in economic, social, and environment, the implementation itself are narrated to meet what expected to be done as a myth, not necessarily overcome the difficulties. And corporate social responsibility in the study we define as a voluntary action and commitment to sustainable economic development that is implemented through partnership and in a way benefit both business and general public. And the narrative we define as a way on how individual or entities making sense of the world and put their own meaning in between the process. And our frameworks is the myth. It's from Roland Barthes. In his book, Barthes' books, mythologists discuss the decipher of the cultural meaning of a wide variety of visual signs. A mythic or connotative system is a second-order semiological system built off a pre-existing sign system. The sign of the first systems become the signifier of the second. Mythic signs reinforce the dominant value of their culture. Ideological signs support for the status quo by transforming history into nature, and dictates the current condition are the natural order of the things. Here, the conceptual frameworks of the myth. The myth itself is the second order semiotic system. So here, the first order is the denotative. Based on Barthes, the first system is the denotative meaning, and the second system is the connotative meaning, which is reversed as myth. So here, the first signifier is community development or partnership, and then the first signified is contribution to sustainable economy and environment. So the first sign is the CSR implementation. These first signs become the second signifier, and the second signified is school renovation, clean water access, hydroponic workshop, entrepreneurship training, teacher training, cool box for fishermen, and t-shirt production. So the second sign is the herald of good corporate citizenship. And here our case is video CSR of Petronas Carigali in 2017. We will not present the video itself. You can browse it later if you want, if you like. But in the video, we present that the CSR video of Petronas shows their activities in the aspect of community development, that is education, health, and entrepreneurship. And these activities are held in East Java and in Central Java. So the first, the education, it is school renovation, teacher training, students participation in scientific competition. And here's some pictures that I captured from the video. And for the health, by providing fresh water access. And for hydroponic workshop here, so the hydroponic workshop installed in on the former landfill sites. Yeah? So and here you can see the logos at the banner, yeah, or at the clothes of the official. The fourth is entrepreneurship workshop, floss atau or abon from guava, and later on they also make dendeng. Here, it's actually a sliding, so I only can capture a little bit, but in the video you can see it clearly, the logos and the name. And the fifth, technical support for fishermen, cool box to maintain temperature of the fishes. And you can see it is here, the logo, yeah, at the cool box. And the opening and closing, we can observe the closing is only logos, while the opening is the sites and some caption. And here we discuss, throughout the picture we can observe company logos cluttered in the video, a sense of pride just for doing it regardless the result. Let us not undermining the efforts, but proceed the activities in the best possible way. The first, concern for health by providing freshwater access. Why is it a deeper well? How about pump well? How about the electronic pump well? Why not having freshwater installation that people could access by tap? I know among us, we can easily access water tap wherever we go, right? At our home, at our office, and at many places, we easily access tap water. And I think nobody still use the deeper well, right? So, is it a sustainable effort? Coastal area popular with the intrusion phenomena, where freshwater spring become brackish water. So why not installing a pipe system from a sustainable spring? And concern for the education, renovate the school, have a teacher training, facilitate student for competition. And the question will be how long the training for the teacher? Is there any regress? How to keep teacher motivated to strive for the best for the children? And does the school renovation just a rejuvenation of the old establishment? Or the school renovation aims to open access to a new skills and knowledge, such as computer laboratory, health facilities in the school, greenhouse for biology subject maybe? And concern for the economic and in the entrepreneurship workshop, I can say that the innovation of Abon, yeah, floss and dendeng from guava is indeed a bright idea. However, does the market need an education why they have to choose the vegetable over animal product? How is the distribution and is it a sustainable demand for the product? And planting hydroponic vegetable is a good way to fulfill everyday consumption of vegetable. However, on the other hand, planting on soil is much more efficient. However, the nutrition needs to rear the vegetable is a manufactured product that demands extra money to buy it. And planting on soil is much more efficient in terms of maintenance. And further, to sell the harvest must offset the cost of maintenance and in an economic scale to compete with the market, the existing market. And concern for the fishermen, the cool box, what will happen after the fishes get to the port? If it directly sold, does the price competitive? A cool box is a good start, and a further development of the freezer warehouse is needed. Moreover, any efforts to increase the competitive advantage value for fishes are needed. And in a long run, boats with a cooler system compartment is needed. And concern for the economic t-shirt printing, in the market, the t-shirt printing business is saturated and the expected margin is small due to the printing technology. The effort is easy to introduce, but in the long run, it is difficult to maintain its profitability. And the result, based on the myth defined by Barthes, the second signifier is narrated in the opening, posted as the CSR implementation. The second signified is narrated throughout the video, covering the efforts put into the CSR activities in health, education, entrepreneurship, and supporting the coastal livelihood by facilitating a cool box. And the second sign is by posing the company logo throughout the video as captured previously, and heralding the company as a good corporate citizen by doing so. Yeah, by doing good. The myth that is narrated in the video becomes the best practice of the company in conducting further CSR efforts. And the dangerous part is when it is replicated without fully considering the outcomes of the previous efforts. And such kind of myth is retold and recited in similar business conditions, and in time it is normalized. Without a mindful reflection, such effort will be worthless in the long run, unsustainable and giving a sense of accomplishment, while the partner community is most of the time judged to be trapped in vicious circle of poverty and judged to be ungrateful. Thank you.